All right, welcome back to another ICECO 12-volt fridge review. Now, I did do a review on the 95 quart, which is the VL75 Pro, which if you want to see that video, I'll put a link in the description below. It'll also be around here somewhere. So this is but we're back today with another review. Now this is the ICECO VL75 Pro. This, I think, is the smallest of the VL dual zone series, and we just unboxed it, and we're going to open it up and kind of see what's in here. Actually, but first, let me go get my tape measure so we can take measurements. Alright, now, I really like these because they just look cool. They're black, they're dual zone, they just look really slick, right? So let's start with the dimensions. I always like to get the tape measure out and show you guys in real life what it is versus what they say. Now, it is about 35 inches long. It's about 18 inches tall, and it's about 18 inches wide. So this is a really good, if you wanted to just use this as a seat and just put it in your vehicle or rig, 18 inches is like standard seat height. It's a good height. The other one was bigger. I forget the dimensions on that one, but this is a good seat height, and it's built really well. The one thing I liked about the other fridge is the cool doors. So they'll open this way, so we're going to find out if it does the same thing. It opens that way, this way, and it completely comes off. Just makes it super functional. Like, this is the coolest door system I've ever seen on a 12-volt fridge, hands down. Their door system on these fridges is really awesome. And this is like a plastic up here, and the ICECO is made out of like rubber. I mean, be really hard to get it. This seems like it's some kind of aluminum, and it's got these metal handles over here. Overall build quality is pretty awesome. So let's take the lids off, and let's see what we got inside of the box here. Okay, so we have two zones. One is a normal, like, just open fridge area, and then this side has like a little bit of stuff going on over here. The electrics are over here. So the way you could use this is, I would typically probably use this as a fridge side, and then I would use this side over here as more of a freezer side. You can change the dials over here and do exactly whatever you want to do. So you can make these both fridges, you could make these both freezers, you could custom. You can set it up however you want to set it up, which is really cool. Now, coming from a single zone to a dual zone, I could never go back. Being able to freeze food and keep food frozen is such a big deal, living this kind of lifestyle. I really, really, really like dual zone. So I like checking out all the different dual zone options, and this one is a really good one. I have another one in there, and it works fantastic. That is what is in here. Also, it has an automatic trigger. It has a light. Now, when this is actually plugged in, it'll light up anytime you open it, somehow. It's magic. Really cool. Now, on this side, the dials is your temperature. So, once the first zone, the other zone, you turn it on and off here, you set the temperature, it'll get there, and then it'll kick on and off to hold that temperature. Pretty straightforward, you know. One thing I will say right now that you should think about if you are going to build this into your van or bus is you got to make sure that you can't just put this in something. You got to vent it. Or it'll create moisture, and if you're working with wood, that creates mold. It's all bad, right? Now, it looks like the only thing in here is this one little box. So, let's see what we got in here. I should have a knife on me, but I don't. Alright, when you open this, you get a book and it looks like some kind of plug for something. The book on the fridge. You get this is your 12 volt. So this is to hook it up to 12 volt. If you're installing this at a fridge, RV, or if you're installing this in a van, RV, bus, whatever. And you have 110 outlet. So you can use this on AC or DC current. It comes with both. And it comes with, does it have both handles? It comes with a third handle. I guess this is if you're like missing one or something. Is there? Okay, so it just comes with an extra handle. That's cool. And it's got hardware in the Allen wrench for the extra handle. And it looks like it's got a couple extra bumpers. Comes with some spare parts. That's kind of cool. And that is it. That is what is in the fridge when you unbox it. You got the fridge, the doors, and then you got a little bit of extra hardware, and you got the power stuff. On this side of the fridge, we have DC. So we have 12 volt DC. We have the AC plug, and we have a USB. So if you want to charge your a phone or a USB or whatever, you can charge it off of this. That's what's on this side. And then on this side, looks like you just have a DC port. The cool thing about this is if you're installing this in a van or bus or whatever, wherever your power is at, you can get 12 volt to either side of the fridge, which is really cool, versus your 12 volt being in a funky place and you can't really get to it. That's really nice. It looks like we got some more vents back here. It is kind of heavy. You know, this is one of those deals you're going to either want to just sit it on the ground and be able to open it up inside easy enough, or you're going to want to put it on like nice sliders. And I typically, whenever I put these in a tray, I wish ICECO would give us some kind of slider system. Maybe it's coming in the future, who knows? But you can make your own slider trays, and I just use 3/4 ply, and then I use 500-pound sliders, locking sliders, and then I put casters on the bottom just to help support the weight. It's not that hard, really, but having a nice proprietary tray system is really nice. But you can make your own to slide it out of a cabinet easy enough. So let's put power on it. Make sure it works. Now, most of the people watching this video are probably going to be using DC current. Let's get 12 volts on it and make sure she's all good in the hood. Look at that, lit up. Let's put the doors back on. Oh, I guess you could change the ICECO logo to whatever side you want. Cool. Open it up. Light comes on. Open it up. Light comes on. Kind of nice. Now, over here, I'm going to turn it on. Wait. Alright. So we got 12 volt going to this guy. Bam. She just kicked on. Now, you can adjust so basically you just adjust the temperature that you want on each side, and then it's going to take however long it takes to get there, and it's going to kick on and off to hold it. It's pretty simple and straightforward. The only other thing going on over here is you can put it on max, can use as much power as it can, or you can put it on eco, which is just going to draw less. Which typically, to get it to the temperature that you want to get it at, I put it on max. But once you got this thing like in your rig and you're using it all the time, I would just leave it on eco, just to draw the least amount of power as you can. You'd be surprised how much power these don't draw. And I think one of the biggest things people do when they're doing their solar calculations is they're calculating this drawing. Like right now, this is drawing 40 watts. Right out the box, turn it on, it's drawing 40 watts according to the Jackery. That's not a lot, I've had smaller fridges than this draw 50 or 60. But the problem is people are saying, okay, it's drawing 40 watts 24 hours a day when they're doing their solar calculations, and that's not true at all. It's only drawing 40 watts when it kicks on to get the temperature there, which is only, you know, a minute or two every like 30 minutes. It's not, it pretty much draws nothing. If you have solar on the roof, you kind of never have to worry about this. And if you're asking how much solar, if you had 100 watts of solar on the roof, you'd probably never have to worry about this thing. Like, that's pretty good. It doesn't draw 40 watts continuous. It only draws it when it needs it to just hold it at temperature. So that's why everybody gets messed up on the solar calculations. Back to the ICECO, my opinion on these is they are built extremely well. Now, they're not the most expensive fridge on the market. They're in the higher end, but they're definitely not the most expensive fridge on the market. I think they're like a higher end, kind of middle grade. If you want a fridge that's built really well, you don't got to worry about it, doesn't draw a lot, like, I think these things are fantastic. Full disclosure, they did send me this. I didn't buy this fridge. They sent me this to do a review on, but my opinion is authentic and my own. Like, I would buy this fridge myself 100%. So if you're thinking about getting a 12-volt fridge, you're not sure what to get, I really like these. So this is the VL79, the VL75Pro, and it's got a thumbs up for me. I would buy these all day. I would recommend these to you, truthfully, all day long. So if you like bus building, you like bus life adventures, or you want to learn about stuff coming out that is relative to this whole lifestyle, if you're not already subscribed, consider subscribing. But this is Isaac, signing out. Peace.